What an honor this is going to be.
An honor.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Hold on, yeah.
You can feel it, can't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of.
Can absolutely feel it.
I can feel it right now.
Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bad Blood is this weekend. Royal Rumble pre-sale, which is happening here in Indianapolis, starts on November 15th. And on this day, October 2nd, 2024, we have the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Crowd's here. Everybody's here.
How you doing, Jeff?
What's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you. There it is.
What a moment, huh?
Hell yeah.
Did it feel like you were in an arena there?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I'm in the Thunderdome.
Oh, the old school one. Remember back in the, where Florida down there? Couple Thunderdomes. Cody, it is an absolute honor to have you here. And I appreciate you acknowledging us. Here, I can move that up if you want. That back one there.
Where we go? This right here?
Look at you do it all, huh?
Well, I hate these things, so you got to figure out how not to.
There it is.
Boom. Thank you, sir.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Anything for our champ.
Uh-huh.
Anything for our champ.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all the success since becoming champion and finishing your story. Numbers for the WWE, merch, tickets, ratings, deals, everything through the roof. Hey, you're a draw, kid. Way to go.
Come on now.
Way to go, Cody. That's got to feel very good, legitimately.
Oh, well, you mentioned numbers. Something the top brass shared with me on the way here that I was rather excited about. Last night was NXT's debut on the CW, and those early numbers are quite incredible for NXT in terms of where it had been to where it is now. I'm excited for those to come out today and everybody to see just how much of a splash they made on their very first night. Hats off to CM Punk, Triple H was there, and Shawn Michaels and Baldo, who run that operation. All those guys are killing it. So
Yeah, Baldo.
WWE's on fire.
Baldo's a legend. I consider myself an NXT legend. Headlined
Black and Gold legend.
premium live event.
Couple of them.
Had another, it didn't headline, it wasn't main event of that one, but nonetheless, love NXT, love the move it's making. Business is on fire. WWE business is on fire. I know we have Bad Blood this weekend. You got a lot cooking. You're teaming up with Roman Reigns. Is that accurate? We've been in football season. You and Roman Reigns are now tag team partners this weekend. Is that right?
Well, you guys have been in football season, so I'm sure you saw what just went down with Alabama and Georgia. I'm sure
Yeah. Did you see that?
What a life.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You guys get to cover. So I was at a live event and I went into the ring when Georgia was getting destroyed. And I'm a Georgia guy. That's Broad Street's the first place I ever used my fake ID. That's my life is the dogs. I went to Georgia football camp as a kid. I took a picture with Uga. All this.
Which one? Which Uga was it?
It wasn't Uga 5 because Uga 5 was the legend who took the bite at the Auburn player.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I didn't know. This is before they started acknowledging the count.
Oh, yeah. Kayfabe. Same Uga.
But by the way, Russ is the most underrated Uga, the one who was the stand-in Uga for a minute. I don't know if you know this
Okay, so you're this dialed in of a Georgia fan.
I love my dogs, which anyways, though, but seeing all that, gosh, you were asking about Bad Blood, and here I am talking about
No, you went out to the
Alabama.
ring. Georgia was losing. They're completely out of it. You kick somebody's ass.
What?
You come back.
And I came back, and I was there for the 13 seconds or whatever that they were in the lead, and I was explaining to my buddy, like, this is SEC stress. This is what it's all about, this game. And the first game at this point with an expanded playoff, I don't know. I think we're going to see it again, I would hope. But you're looking at Alabama. You're looking at Georgia. You're talking about Roman Reigns. You're talking about myself. Walking into Bobby Dodd on that field and just being on that campus, I grew up in Georgia. I know every inch of that state, but that's one place I don't know very well. because that is where smart people went to school.
Georgia Tech is what we're talking about here. And
Yes.
Roman Reigns met at the 50 with some lights and SUVs around the outside of it. And they were saying cinema is what was being said here. But it was great conversation between two absolute icons and legends. And inevitably, we shook their hands.
We didn't shake.
Did not.
We didn't shake. We agreed. You being such a wrestling fan yourself, a wrestler yourself, again, legend of the NXT Black and Gold era.
War Games. We lost, but Undisputed Era failed us.
You know that there's always this will they coexist thing when you get the odd couple tag teams. Well, who's going to turn on who, whatever it may be. This was a good way of setting up. That's not what this match is about. We've agreed to coexist.
But
here.
you didn't shake.
We did not need to shake, and I wish people could have been on the ground there in Bobby Dodd to see, there's a suspension of disbelief in sports entertainment, but I wish they could have been there to see how real it really is with myself and my tag team partner at Bad Blood. We stood on opposite sides of the field for all of the pre-shoot as they were getting the lights and everything ready. No discussion whatsoever. No awareness of what the other might say to the other. And we just walked across the field, met at the 50, ran it straight through, and hats off to Mr. Heyman, JB, and Rob Fee, because they put this thing together in such a cinematic way. Should have got credits. It was really, Adam Panucci in The Office really came out unique. Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end, you guys were going to coexist to take out the people that we both hate.
You hate them, right?
Yeah,
You can, I was
OG.
expecting.
I'm OTC.
So the last time I was here, everybody was doing the bit. And stuff. I was like, oh, man.
We want to pay our respects, obviously, to the champion for how good of a job you have done. Obviously,
feel acknowledged, huh?
Yeah, we are acknowledging, but we are OTC. We are OTC fans, and to see you both on the same side is nice because now we can.
Yeah. You really got that song down, huh?
I don't know the lyrics. It's tough.
So 99% of the audience doesn't know the lyrics.
Okay.
They just rock out until the one part. And
Which part's that?
Just the whoa.
Oh,
just the whoa.
Whoa.
It's at the end of the night when I make the rounds and we do stay after the cameras are down, autographs and pictures and stuff. I wish they would play any song other than that song. Because they play it over and over and over to the point where it's just
too many woes.
It's too many woes.
And it's a lot of bang.
Yeah, you're gonna OD on the woes at this point. Too many, but yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about what you're doing after the shows. That's old school, That's I've heard stories about that type of thing, the champion and what the pressure of being the champion is and representing the company and the business. There's legendary tales of Stone Cold Steve Austin after the show goes off the air. He has beers in the middle of the ring with a microphone and puts on a show to the house that came in and helped us put on a wonderful show to the worldwide audience. And it's only going to be growing with the Netflix thing and everything like that. You have been that guy for the WWE even before you got the championship, staying afterwards, shaking everybody's hands, signing absolutely everything, literally for hours and hours and hours after the show. And at the beginning of your it says there's more than one wrestling royalty family, royal wrestling. Right? What is it?
Wrestling is more than one royal.
Yeah, you get it. The whole thing. You literally come from. You feel like you're an old school dude? Do you feel like that is the case?
I feel. I don't know. It's really popular to be old school anymore, but I feel very much. It's just I have to be old school. I was raised in the business. My dad never smartened me up to anything. I just watched it and half-assed kind of figured out what was going on, and things like you're talking about. Rhea Ripley does those things as well. Damian Priest. They're also people who like to engage because when the lights go down and the cameras are off, it's just as important what we do then versus when we're on in the moment. And right now, you're talking about this record business that WWE is doing. Well, I've watched it because I grew up in it. It goes up and it goes down and it goes up. And I'm of the thought that I know where I'd like to get with WWE. I know WWE's expanding. I've heard our marching orders. So that stuff we do at the end of the night it really should be mandatory. And for me, it feels like it's part of it because it's a way to reach across, connect with people, have that real moment with them, let them know I'm your guy, I'm your girl, whatever. And WWE has a really good thing when it comes to the live events, live TV is about just making sure that everybody leaves extremely happy. Prime example, CM Punk, really outdid me in the gifts department. He bought pizza for all of Allstate Arena last night. All of Allstate Arena. I can't imagine the pizza bill
Whoa.
Jeez.
That's a good play, Punk.
Smart
That's
man.
good, baby. I mean, buying pizza for the entire arena.
That's a baby face, and it should challenge everybody else, myself included. I don't know how long.
Why don't you start doing that, bub?
The gift giving imbalance. I don't know what.
Yeah,
Ice
yeah.
cream.
Pizza Hut. You get everybody Pizza Hut. Boy.
Oh.
Boy.
They'll go
You're
to
over
war.
forever.
You're locked in. They're definitely coming back. No, that was a very nice gesture of CM Punk to do so. He set the bar high.
Yeah, he did. And you will live up to it. We know that.
course.
That's what you've been doing your entire time as the champion with the WWE. Connor has a question.
So how do you feel about like where it is going? Kind of like the new school with the Netflix and everything. Obviously, Raw just went back, or they are going back to 2 hours. They just did their last 3-hour show Monday. But what do you think the Netflix is going to kind of change in the WWE, and how do the other superstars and yourself feel about it? Are you guys excited, or what is kind of the vibe going into the whole Netflix thing?
I think the locker room is through the roof morale-wise in terms of going to Netflix. When we all have it. We all watch Netflix and love it. But the idea of the streaming era, truthfully, WWE in the past was actually always a little bit ahead of the curve in terms of banking content. And first it was 24/7 on demand, then it was the network, and now Peacock is everything. But Netflix is going to be huge for us. When I say expanding and I say where we're going, and I think certain individuals in the locker room, some of the champions, some of the top guys and girls know this as well. We're going up in terms of our public spotlight, I suppose. College football, NFL, those are the biggest things on the planet. They really, really are, right? We're moving up and trying to get in that air. And if you know anything about what we're doing, we're not far off. And Netflix, I think, is definitely a big part of that. This is a huge deal for Netflix. It's a huge deal for WWE. I'm just excited that we get to kind of ride this new wave. And Raw being 2 hours again, the content being perhaps tailored a little differently. What you saw with Roman and I in that package, that might be a direction the industry is going. And being old school, you mentioned being old school, those things used to, not for me. Mini movies and things of that nature. Years and years and years ago, people can remember this. My dad had produced something for WCW called White Castle of Fear. There's helicopters, and Sting went to the mountains to meet Vader, and there was like little people and turkey legs, and it was just this crazy scene, heavily panned by the audience, to the point where I just thought maybe that's not ever going to be our world. We're never going to have that
Throw it out!
that cinema. And then I saw this and I thought, wow, especially with what Mr. Heyman did with it and Adam Panucci, I thought, wow, like this might be a little bit more about the direction, because we didn't play it silly. It wasn't spooky or anything of that nature. This was straight up two guys who really sincerely feel this way about each other, having a conversation. Let's capture it.
Anything to tell the story, I think, is good news, especially in the modern era, especially with how many different places you can get content. Like some things are meant for social media, some video ideas, which WWE is ahead of everywhere.
Yep.
They are very focused on social and on digital. Then on the linear television show, okay, what are some stuff that's tailored for that? And then your shit with Roman works everywhere because you're Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. But it's like the storytelling ability that the WWE has is second to none. That's why I'm so incredibly lucky that I get to work over there. Cannot wait to get back to your world. Cannot wait to get back there. Now, when I was stopping in WWE and college football and college game day was starting, every house was filled. That's still happening everywhere. Now we're doing more stadium shows. SummerSlam is going to be 2 nights. Royal Rumble is happening here in Indianapolis. The pre-sale goes up on November 15th. You can register right now to get on a list, to get an email link sent to you whenever pre-sale starts, because all the good seats you see in these stadiums, I don't want to say they fill up fast, but there's sections that fill up very fast. Not there's a bad seat in the house, but if you're looking to get in a good spot, you should register for the pre-sale announcement on November 15th here in Indianapolis. Indianapolis, easy to get to from a lot of places. It's going to be packed out.
Great hosting city.
Indianapolis should be a place more people know about too.
Agreed. Concur.
Like for the big PLEs, their destinations. WrestleMania is going to be in Las Vegas, and then you think about all these markets in the U.S. Indianapolis, people need to get up to Indianapolis.
Good hosting city. It's a good hosting city. Great host. Like doors open everywhere for you whenever you're in town for any event. Royal Rumble will be here. SummerSlam will be here. WrestleMania will be here. Royal Rumble first on February 1st, which is the weekend in between the NFC AFC Championship games and the Super Bowl.
Years ago, and this is, I don't know if I should share this, but I'm going to share it. Years ago,
I like that.
I was here for the NFL owners meeting, There was no reason that I should have been here for this NFL owners meeting. I was tagging along with somebody else at the time, and I was there. But all I did was there's a steakhouse here in Indianapolis. I believe it's called Prime 47.
Oh, yeah.
You guys know about Prime? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And that shrimp cocktail was worth the trip.
Okay, so
That's
Prime
where I spent the majority of the NFL owners meeting that I should have never been near in any capacity. But
So Prime
yes.
47, great hosting restaurant here in Indianapolis. Pacer Games, it's right next to it, the arena basically, and also Combine. It's packed out every single time.
That's what it was. It was the Combine thing, I believe. That's why we were there.
Yeah, Prime 47 is one of the spots where a lot of business gets done. A lot of business.
A lot of business gets done. I had this brief moment in my life where I had this link to the NFL, and this was through the Khan family and the Jags and everything like that. But I have this one story where I knew I've overstepped my NFL time. Was Miami Super Bowl, the 100 team.
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith got on the elevator with me, and he had his red jacket on. They're about to announce it, and it's Emmitt Smith. It's cool.
Very cool.
Kind of hanging out. But I had a suit on. I felt like I looked the part, whatever. Maybe I looked like I owned something or worked in some capacity.
With that tie?
I don't know. And he looked at me and he said, he goes, the bus leaving in 20 minutes? And I didn't want to tell him that, I'm not in this at all. I'm a spectator. So I thought about it for about a good, 3 seconds. That felt like forever. And I just looked at him. I said, yep. Yep. And I was so glad when he got off the elevator. There were other guys in the red coats like, we got 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, thank
Nailed
God.
it.
I did not lie
Nailed
to
it.
the legendary Emmitt Smith. So,
Look at you putting up a solid, confident front too, and giving the right answer. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Cody, we'll be coming up here on a hard out in like 2 minutes or so. What do people need to know about the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes tour that's continuing? Obviously, title's not on the line this weekend.
Not on the line this weekend, but there is something that happens at Bad Blood, I guess a video package or a vignette that's going to play in the show. I've got to keep it vague, but there are big title implications for Crown Jewel moving past.
Oh!
Here we go.
Sorry for being so vague, but a little spoiler there. In addition to that, WrestleMania 41, I am looking to do what I've done 3 times now and enter the main event, but I think it will be something that perhaps is bigger than anyone anticipated.
What?
I wish we had more time. Obviously, the airlines, thanks for messing up everything all the time.
Of course.
Okay, you're trying your best, but you're messing up everything all the time. We don't love it. We have to deal with it because you're in charge.
Yeah,
okay?
my agent sucks too because he's asleep in LA while I'm going through all these travel woes.
Oh.
The pilot telling me, text me. What text you? I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Sleepy suit? Come on.
Wake up, agent.
Wake up, suit. What are we doing out there? All right, well, we appreciate you stopping by. Congrats on all the success. You're the man. We're all big fans. Obviously, we're OTC.
Someone in here there's got to be someone non-OTC.
Okay, so there's a D-Bone. There's a guy in the back. His name's
Another one,
D-Bone.
too.
Big Mark.
Here's the worst part about when I said that. I looked over there and everyone turned around. Like nobody.
Well,
No,
the
he's
biggest
one of
one.
your biggest
The biggest
fans.
one.
He's your biggest.
Oh, that's my guy. All
yeah.
right.
D-Bone!
I had another one
Bone!
I love that.
He's
his name
nervous.
is T-Bone.
He's
too. We
nervous.
got another one
There he
too.
is. He's
T-Bone.
Yes.
Looking like Hal Jordan in that jacket.
Marking out.
T-Bone.
what a moment.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Oh, cleaned
my
out.
God.
Very cleaned out. D-Bone, good guy.
Yeah. Wow.
D-Bone, anti-Roman Reigns.
Just made his life.
So everything you're about, he's about. So congrats, D-Bone. Guy's got a little zipper burn, if you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
big time.
We'll be back on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Might change their life. Cheers.